What's going on, everyone? It is your third favorite 6.5 out of 10 RuneScape 3 YouTuber here with episode 2 of the Ironman Achievement Hunter series. Clan is running an event in 18 minutes, teaching people Vorago. I've been one time in my history of playing this game, and that was during bingo, if you remember that, and ended up getting, I think, 5 kills. Yep. I think I did. Was it Team Split was the rotation I did before, and it's Ceiling Collapse now. Don't think it'll be too bad to jump in and learn. Might end up doing a roll, might not. I don't know yet. At the very least, I'm not wearing... I think I was wearing tank gear last time because I had no idea how the boss worked, and I don't think I had as good of mage gear as I had, so I was like, maybe Crypt Bloom with Animate Dead is better than mixed Subjugation and Lunar Gloves and whatnot. And I was very opposed to making the Hydrix jewelry back then for some reason. I did end up making the Death Touch bracelet just for this, up to, or down to, I guess, 1545 Reaper points. Yeah, so gonna recover some of those, of course. Picked up a Vorago task. I'm assuming we can get 4 kills over the duration of this event. My wife and I are going to get hungry at some point, though, so I don't know how long we'll be going at it before then. Anyways, excited to jump in here and try out some more stuff with the clan. Also going to try to keep the video a little shorter this time around, since 40 minutes was pretty excessive last time. Maybe just keep this contained to the Vorago event and maybe a little bit after, without going too far beyond that. So we ended up doing about an hour of Vorago, and it went decently well, I would say. We only ended up getting 1 kill, but at least 2 of us were very new to the boss, and the only other time I've done it for bingo, I basically got hard carried in a 4-man group. So yeah, I was the TL5 role, which is like the easiest one. Still wasn't having a good time of it. Probably because I did not know at this time how to count the bleeds from Vorago. Basically, TL5 is supposed to, for the most part, count the bleeds, make sure they're on time to take and clear the 5th of 5 bleeds from Vorago, in order to give the tanks a bit of a break from dealing with that. So that was pretty much my role, and then yeah, went pretty rough a couple times. I don't remember how far we ended up making it in terms of phases for most of our kills, but yeah, this last one here, we did end up getting it. I was having trouble clearing the bleeds because I kept thinking I could escape back in order to clear the bleed, but because of my character positioning, the escape back wasn't working because I could not physically move my character back that far. You also see I messed up Team Split because I am blind and thought I was blue when I was red or something like that. So just about died. Oh wait, maybe I did die. My sign is refreshed in this clip. Oh well. But yeah, still had a pretty rough go, but glad to be learning a new role and picking up a little bit more experience just overall, knowing the boss mechanics, knowing how to handle things and stuff like that. And then of course it was my first time actually having to use them all, so ended up getting this kill and figuring out how that works as well. Basically you just have to push him back far enough in order to be able to use it, and often you're like spam clicking a tile before he is able to be pushed back, so there's that aspect of it. So drops weren't too important to me, but I did pick up some Torstols, which is fine. It was mostly just about getting the experience with the boss and being able to work on that a little more. After that, I believe it was the next day, it seemed like there was at least a little bit of ED3 full run interest, so ended up doing that. It's been a while, basically since bingo, since I did any, so it was nice to be able to get in here and do a bit of that. Never done it as trio, so I wasn't really sure what to expect in terms of some of the mechanics. It's about the same for the most part. There are just a couple of minor differences that I wasn't aware of. So for example, the magic attack that the ambassador does, I didn't realize was an AoE. So when he was going after somebody else with a magic attack and I was standing next to them, didn't have time or didn't bother switching my prayer because I didn't know it was going to hit me, and so I died because I was zerked one of those times. We ended up doing 3 full runs, and it's not quite 3 times as fast as running it solo, but obviously less supplies used, less risk of like dying and things like that, so overall pretty chill compared to running solo ED3, even if the individual drop rate is a little lower. They did make it recently so that the overall drop rate is the same. So there used to be a bit of a penalty for overall rare drops if you did it in a group. So for example, it's currently now 1 in 55 solo, and then like 1 in 111 for duo, and 1 in 160 something for trio. And obviously because you're trioing, you've got the 3 of you each getting a drop. So it effectively works out to about the same overall rate as if you were soloing. Whereas before, it used to be less overall rate than if you were soloing if you did it in any size group. Yeah, these kills ended up going pretty quickly against the ambassador. I'd always felt like I was just getting into it before he ended up dying. So yeah, like I said, did about 3 kills. Did like an aura hour or something like that. Maybe went a little bit over. Actually, for some reason, don't have an aura on in this clip, and I don't remember why. But yeah, probably would have been a good idea to turn one on. Anyways, that was pretty good. I could see myself doing more of this in the future. And I did end up doing a little bit of solo ED3 as well, but nothing really to report back there. I just wanted to get some tokens, really. The next weekend we had a bit of a follow-up clan Vorago event again. Similar number of people, similar number of teams, and ended up going with 3-man, and we just couldn't get the damage we needed in the last phase, both the damage output and damage mitigation. So we ended up getting a 4th to help us finish out. Another situation where we only ended up getting 1 kill, but I got a lot more comfortable doing TL5 with the little bit that we did, and learned how to properly count the bleeds. I think we could have ended up getting a 3-man kill if my damage rotation was better. That's something I definitely need to work on going forward, and it's just, I don't know, I was not, I guess, confident in my ability to start doing full manual and doing rotations like that, but I could definitely tell that my focus on other things during the final phase was detracting from my damage, I guess. And I think I ended up nuking myself and one other person during phase 5 at one point, so yeah, not great on that front either. Accidental PKs are never great. Yeah, just again, getting more comfortable with the boss is essentially what this is about. Learning how to handle the mechanics properly, and unlike what I'm doing now, I guess I'm running around with a bleed on for some reason. But yeah, biggest thing I think that I could improve on, apart from getting more used to the mechanics, is just learning how to do an actual damage rotation in P5 so I can actually contribute to the pushback more effectively, and also doing things like handling bombs more effectively, and etc. So yeah, I don't not enjoy the boss. I do like the group stuff going on, and yep, here's me breathing fire on Vorago when he's reflecting damage. Whoops. Um, yeah, I don't dislike the group stuff. It's tends to be pretty chill, pretty fun. Um, I guess I just have difficulty learning things for the first little while. Um, but hopefully that's something that'll get better over time, and when I go to other future bosses, that's not as bad. Like, I did end up going to BM a little later in this video as well, which not nearly as hard doing rolls there, apparently, but yeah, just another little bit of team-based experience, I guess. Alright, it's been a while since I recorded a non-group PvM clip, and I had a delay there because I was making trends on the right recording profile. Anyways, couple of updates here, just making a few vulnerability bombs. I got some more dinosaur rulers, which I will cover in just a second here, but at the end of this set of bombs, that should be level 113 herblore, so halfway in terms of experience to 120, which is pretty nice. Still a pretty far away goal considering the account is this old and now only halfway there. Nice to get some bombs though. And on that note, if we check the barn here, I have one Brigada Rex female elder. Oh, it has all that heart. Didn't remember that, but that's great because I would like the offspring to have that trait as well. And wait, whoa. I did not realize this. They both have all that heart, which is amazing. Yeah, I guess pretty lucky there. I didn't have to gender swap this one. I should mention, first one I got from BGH, second one I got from the egg pile over here. Part of the new training method that we went over somewhat recently. Pile of dino eggs, take those, sort them out, burn them, you get shells. And in terms of that, 20k right now, and 21k fungal shafts. Just been doing fire making as my AFK slash semi-AFK thing. The shells, the dino eggs are less AFK, the zygomites are more AFK, so been doing a bit of that, and picked up quite a few dino eggs, actually. I have 2 Malatops, which is great for the perk. Everything else is just great for the fact that they offer perks or are just required for the breeding logs, of course. Apterosaurs are great for perks. I'll probably try to get these to Elder Stage. Well, 2 of them. There's 3 of them here. To Elder Stage after I grow the Brigada Rex into an adult, and at that point I'll take out the current dinos that are in there, which are Asiatops, and swap the those ones out for the Brigada Rex breeding pair in the breeding pen, so that I can get more dinosaur roars going. Don't know the optimal strategy for that, but I might discuss that once I look into it a little more and go from there. Should probably also get some honeycomb going as well, if I want like breeding to ramp up a little more quickly, or in general I should be using the fertile honeycomb because it's easy to get and accelerates the rate at which I'll get breeding logs finished, so that would be pretty nice as well. Suppose while I'm recording this clip, actually, I do have a level 8 orb of the Kaiwir Elders that I'm going to be swapping out in my presets for this augmented attuned crystal orb. And yeah, I think I'm gonna do this, even though it's kinda gonna be a pain. You know, I haven't committed to that idea yet, so let's pause on that for a second. What I'm trying to get at is I'm about to disassemble this and make a planted feet switch, so let's go ahead and do that, get 4 times materials, level 9, gizmos back, etc. 4 components, that's enough for 2 guaranteed planted feet gizmos, I guess. Don't know what I'm trying to say there. But yeah, I think what I want to do right now, even though it's going to be really annoying, is put one of them into, I don't know why I'm stressing about this actually, worst case scenario, I level up the Sun Spear and disassemble it and get the gizmo back. So go ahead and do this. Let me double check the wiki so that I don't need, yep, 2 components is guaranteed at any level. Go for it. Planet feet. So what this does for those unfamiliar or that don't play the game really, if we check this, increases the duration of sunshine and death swiftness by 25%. But they no longer deal periodic damage to the target. So that drawback, not really important because the extra time that you'll be getting the 50% damage far outweighs the damage targets would be dealt by standing in it. And most of the time, the thing you're attacking isn't going to be standing in it anyways. So Carapac, for example, this is going to be great because there's just, some general overlap instead of the straight 30 seconds or however long it is that sunshine normally lasts. Having that extra little buffer time for increased damage uptime is great. And the reason why a lot of people put it on Sunspear early on is because you can just switch style and suddenly, wait, why does that matter? I guess it doesn't really matter, you could just equip it either way, but if that's something you're concerned about, then you can do that. It's also just a generally accessible, augmentable thing, and like I said, I can disassemble this without needing to worry about equipment separators if I really need this particular gizmo back. The Attuned Crystal Orb is a little bit more damage over the Elder Orb, so that's pretty good as well. Going to be using that going forward. And I also ended up getting the Gemstone Kasuki from Ports. So that leads me to my next thing. I'm probably going to go run some ED3 again and possibly get some other people in there with me if I can to get some tokens, as well as just generally run ED3. What am I at for tokens currently? 134k. And to get the Sea Singer upgrade kit, you need to run through Lucky Charms at ED1, which are 10k tokens apiece. Now you're going to be killing mini bosses and stuff, of course, just like token farming strategies, but I'd rather have a buffer there and be able to buy a few Lucky Charms at the start just to start accelerating that, I guess. It's like a 2.5% chance whenever the Lucky Charm activates to get the upgrade kit, I believe. So 50 of them on average is quite a lot. I'll have to see how that goes, but I'll be making the wand, I believe, which will take me from tier 80 damage, tier 90 accuracy to tier 88 damage and accuracy. And then I haven't decided whether I will keep the wand around or just disassemble it. Probably keep it for a while and decide later, because I don't know if I'll want the extra bit of accuracy for some reason over the increase in damage. But yeah, that'll be more components for something like a Planted Feet Aftershock switch in the future. Also, because I haven't been doing quite as much or recording quite as much, I have missed a couple of achievement notifications / achievement completions. Only for like milestone quantities of things, so like finish 50 shifting tombs or kill 75 of a boss, for example. I missed those ones, which aren't really important in general, because on the way to getting the other achievements for bosses, you'll typically pick up those anyways, be it logs or the other like combat related achievements. So just wanted to mention that though as a thing that happens in the background in case, I show like 5 or 7 achievements during the video, but at the end I have 12 or 14 more than I did instead of 5 or 7, so. Alright, looks like we're doing some clan BM, and I'm going to attempt to do Pet Tank 2. I've only done North Chargers, and kind of terribly, or at least it felt terrible when I did it, because a couple of them got let loose before I was able to handle them, so. Well, I make it sound like it happened once. It happened multiple times. I just feel like I wasn't fast enough in what I was doing, but I've been told I am at a point where I've done things harder than what I assume is the hardest role at BM, so yeah, gonna give this a shot. It'll probably go pretty well. My main hindrance before in not wanting to try roles that required a shield was I had no one-handed weapons for any style. And I kind of still don't, except magic. So now that I have a tier 85 wand, that is definitely good enough to start using a shield in situations like this. So yeah, looks like we're about to start. Let's see how it goes. Alright, that wasn't too bad. I had just changed my keybinds before the fight because I didn't want my Vogue to be where my barricade used to be, because I kept thinking barricade was bound and it was just not anywhere. Actually, I think it was here, but I kept forgetting that. So yeah, 3 learning points. So I guess I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. The intention of getting some newer people to BM was successful. Let's see what we got. Okay. Whoops, reroll that one. Some Alks, I guess. Decent amount of techie. Don't know how I'm doing for techie at the moment. Can I check that here? 5.9k. So not the worst, but I need to save up a little more. I don't know. I'm kind of at a point where I kind of want another EOF or 2, and I have the Reaper points to be able to make them, but I don't have the rumbling components. So the easiest way to get that would be buy some boots here for 6.5k techie and disassemble them. I think it's 5 components, and then beyond that, mostly just like dupes or things I don't need. If I got another offhand Drago or something, that would be a way to get rumbling components. Or I've gotten one from the things that give random rare components like relics from Elite Dungeons, but I also kind of want Corruption Shot for whenever I start using range. So yeah, I guess I'll decide that at a later point. In terms of my actual pet tanking, I think it went decently well. I mean, don't think I got anybody killed. Apart from the juggling of my new keybinds and such, it went alright. And if you look here, you see that this ward is not lit up, meaning it's not in my inventory even though I have a ward. I brought my unaugmented ward of subjugation, so my keybind wasn't working, so I was trying to use defensives and didn't have a shield on, so that was not super great. It is great to learn some new roles though. Makes it easier to get on teams with people that aren't in the clan if I want to do that. Should really be picking up the amount of raids I'm doing and probably try to learn a role for Yakamaru as well, just to help go in there, because I only have 3 Yakamaru kills and a couple dozen, I think, Beastmaster kills at this point. So again, if I want to go for those achievements, that's a long ways down the road, so sooner I can get on those, the better. I had no idea that was an achievement, but I just earned 1,000,000, almost at 1,000 total beans. What am I up to in the pouch? 513k, so I guess I have more than half of the beans I've ever earned over the course of this account. Should probably spend those on something. There are some titles and such to unlock, but I'll probably just hold on to them for now. The cap is 1,000,000, so I'm a ways off of that still. Today, the update for Ironman Group Engineering came out, and I don't know how much of that I'll be doing. I might do a little bit here and there, but I am terrible at dungeoneering and not really super motivated to do it or learn how to do it well, I guess. So yeah, maybe I'll end up going and getting more into it at some point, but they also buffed solo experience rates effectively by a bit, so that's nice as well. Should get 95. I should have actually gotten 95 a lot sooner, so I can do the daily that gives you, what is it, cards? Wild cards? Not wild cards, Garaho cards? Yeah, so that would be nice to get, and then of course 99 would be great as well for the teleports. I think that's the 99 cape anyways, but yeah, completely unrelated to that. Elite Dungeon 1 is on Spotlight right now, so I think I'm going to go ahead and buy some Lucky Charms for Temple of Amanishi. 93k tokens for 10, 9.3k each instead of 10k because I have the outfit. Guess I'll start with 20 of these. You do recoup some because you're killing mini bosses and such if you're doing like token farm strategies. So it'll be nice to get some of that back. But yeah, the little bit of solo ED3 I've done the past couple days has largely been to get enough tokens to grab a decent amount of these. The rate is 1 in 40 effectively for the C-Singer upgrade kit. It's 25 out of 1,000, so yeah, hopefully these 20, if not getting me to that point of getting the drop, at least help me get a decent amount of tokens from the mini bosses. Alright, with any luck, this is my last livid plant I will ever need to buy from What's-His-Face. I think we're good. I think you need 430k to unlock all the spells. Better go double check. This is great, I love the the stream of people coming from the lodestone over to Pauline. Alright, claim rewards. Can I do this? I've already claimed some of these, I guess. Oh, wait. Disruption Shield was one I could have unlocked a long time ago, it looks like. Probably should have done that. Let's go ahead and get through all these. Alright, last one here. Go for it. Very nice. Okay, glad to not have to actually do this minigame, because I did it once and it was pretty bad. And that's the general consensus anyways. So yeah, glad to have spent however many millions of GP on plants from the merchant to get that out of the way. And of course that's an achievement and a broadcast at that, so pretty nice. On that note, I don't think I said this before, but I did a little bit of Elite Dungeon 1 token farming. You don't use Lucky Charms nearly as quickly as I thought you would, so I only went through 8 in the time that I did it. Why is my phone going off? So, yeah, I'll have to circle back to that in the future. I do have a Carapac Reaper right now that I might not get to until tomorrow. So, yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up here for the sake of I'm slowly losing my ability to speak, but to keep this video as short as possible at this point. It's already going to be pretty long considering I still have to voice over some footage and such, but still, no need to continue rambling for too long, even though that's kind of my trademark. Anyways, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to give it a like or subscribe if you haven't already. I guess I should also go over summary things since I said I would do that. Up to 1,883 total achievements. I don't know what that is as a percentage, but maybe that's something I should look into as well. Does this button still work? It does not. I turned that off apparently. Yep, can't zoom on things right now. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.